Our current unit focuses on the novel and political commentary, The Things They Carry, written by Tim O'Brien. As students, we were instructed to investigate essential concepts of the soldiers' coping mechanisms, the link between joke-telling and relieving tension. This video also delves deeper into the effects of their humor on their morale and the outcome of the story. In short, the jokes allow the soldiers to escape and ignore the war chaos. It makes the story seem unreal, and thus allows them to live a false reality. Please listen carefully as we reenact some scenes and provide insightful commentary. So now, let us enter the Twilight Zone. Example number 1. OBriens Dog.
What the hell, man? What's everyone so upset about? Christ, just avoid it.
Though not a direct example of humor, the blowing up of the dog represents the dire need to escape reality and find some relief in jokes. O'Brien says that things took a curiously playful atmosphere. As such, the war has distorted Azar's sense of what is good and what is wrong, and he uses him being a young person as an excuse for his actions. For Azar, blowing up the dog is not a big deal, and he finds pleasure in doing so. The reaction to the event is what can be considered humor. They shrug it off and give it no importance, despite the dog's death and its shocking truth. This shows how important finding occasional pleasure was to the soldiers, as it allowed them to momentarily escape the dark reality of the war. Example number 2. Old Man.
How'd he do? Give me 5. Real honor. Please the sponge.
The reason that the shaking the dead people's hands is so important is because they're using that as like a way to undermine death. They're like, he's a dead person, but that's not gonna happen to me, so I can make fun of the situation. It's like in a weird, sadistic, sarcastic way, they're trying to bury their feelings and pretend like that's not a dead person, it's like a doll.
Example number 3. Lemon's Death.
Lemon tree, very pretty, and the lemon flowery sweet, but
Red Kylie and Kurt Lemon invent a macho game to play together. They toss smoke grenades back and forth to each other. One day, the game goes wrong and a grenade explodes, killing Lemon. His death is a morbid accident. Lemon had been standing under a tree and stepped out into the sunlight to catch the grenade. He must have thought he was killed by the sunlight. O'Brien has to go up into the tree to pick out Lemon's body parts, and that had been strewn everywhere by the blast. O'Brien says, "The parts were just hanging there, so Dave Jensen and I were ordered to shinny up and peel him off." Dave Jensen, as he lived through the gore, peeled bits of Kurt Lemon's body of the tree, in a sadistic way, singing Lemon Tree at the same time. The horrible pun was a very clear way of Dave Jensen trying to distract himself from what he was truly doing. And by singing, even if it was this song, he was trying to censor himself. Example number 4. Prank on Jorgensen.
Oh my god, he's rolling good as I am there.
After a battle wound, O'Brien almost dies due to shock, which Jorgensen, a new medic in O'Brien's platoon, is unable to identify. O'Brien gets very mad at him and seeks to avenge him. O'Brien knew Azar was the type of guy who always wanted to play around and would be up for anything whenever asked. The two went close to Jorgensen's position and decided to prank him so that O'Brien would obtain his revenge. Occasionally, the two men laugh at their torture and their pain they were causing to Jorgensen. The scene shows that soldiers use humor as a way to soften the blow. They use it to cover up wrongdoings and to mask, once again, the crude and filtered reality of war.
Example number 5. Kiowa's death.
Miranda, this is Fiat. How many deaths can Fiat claim?
Azar makes jokes about how Kiowa died in pure irony, how he basically drowned in a mountain of feces. Azar, to not fully acknowledge Kiowa's death, he makes jokes about the irony of the whole situation and even comments on the fact that if Kiowa was present, he might find it funny himself. This is Azar trying to censor himself from the pain and the realization that Kiowa was dead.
Wasted in the waste, a shitfield, pure world-class irony.
Again, this quote is Azar just trying to censor himself from the reality of his life. That he is fighting a war and that the soldiers just die. In page 164, Tim O'Brien describes how Kiowa was a splendid human being, the very best, intelligent and gentle and quiet-spoken. This displaying that the relationship between the author and Kiowa was very good. He later also says that no one hated Kiowa. He was friends with everyone, thus establishing that even Azar, the man that is making fun of his death, was close friends with him. Thus, Azar makes fun of his death is just him protecting himself and trying to not face the facts that this fellow soldier died.
We hope this video has been educational and has contributed to your understanding of telling jokes and its relationship to relieving tension. As a reminder, the soldiers use humor as a coping mechanism to relieve tension, as it allows them to temporarily perceive reality differently by obscuring and omitting certain aspects that are too heavy to be dealt with. The hard language in their jokes is simply a mask that hides their true feelings. Humor, manifested immaturely, is an instrumental part of the things they carry, and builds on the atmosphere that O'Brien attempts to develop. Thanks for watching, and we expect to see you back in the Twilight Zone.